One thing my father used to say, my father used to say this a lot, man. Make it the flavor, make it the flavor you like. And when he used to tell me that, he used to tell my sisters and that shit when we was little, man. Sometimes we used to get so mad because you will come to him with your point, and you will come to him with a good point, and he'll sit up there, act like he really interested in what you saying. As soon as you finish saying all your making your plea and shit, you know what he'll say? Make it the flavor you like. And you be like, what the fuck do that mean? But as I got older, I understood that term. And that my father would say that in this case right here, when it comes to Tariq Nasheed, white Hispanic situation. My father would say, make it the flavor you like. And I'm saying that to say this. It was a cop, I think a cop shot a black person, and Tariq Nasheed came on Twitter and said the black kid was shot by a white Hispanic. And then a lot of people got kind of act like they was very confused about, oh God, what is a white Hispanic? What is he talking about? Tariq Nasheed, is he race baiting again? Is he going crazy with the white supremacy babble? What is he talking about? Listen, Tariq. This is some guy named Tim Young. Listen, Tariq, I know you're a race baiter and all, but there's no such thing as a white Hispanic. And that came from Tim Young. And there is a such thing because, like, I'm glad I had the opportunity to work in nursing field since 96. I'm going to tell you, my career started in 96 in a small town in Virginia. I worked in DC. I had a compact. They used to call it a compact license. I had a DC, Virginia, and Maryland license. I was like a traveling nurse. A traveling nurse. And I started off working in all these hospitals in all these different places, all these different nursing homes. And I ran across all kind of women, all kind of men. I don't want to say nobody last name, but this guy named Rick, he was from Puerto Rico. He was from Puerto Rico, and he was classified himself as white. He classified himself as white. Another person I could say, Gina. I think she was from Puerto Rico. She could have been from somewhere else, but she classified herself as black, and she was Spanish. And there's Anna. She classified herself as black. And I know I go on. This other guy named Tim. He classified himself as white. So you can be white or black, and it all depends on your heritage, all depends on your family background. But there are white Hispanics. I seen this with my own eyes, and people actually told me they are considered, they classify themselves as white. I said, okay. A lot of Cubans. I work with a lot of Cuban nurses, and most of those Cuban nurses, they act more white than the average white person. A white person from Baltimore act more black. Me act more white. Me act more black. Got more black in them than a white me than a Cuban Hispanic. Some of the Cubans act just like they are pure white. Act like they are blue bloods. And if anybody know a Cuban, some of these Cubans, they will agree with me. So when Tariq made that point, Tariq was right on. And these guys are either they're ignorant or they're playing dumb. And here goes this guy right here, Mauricio Martinez. I think you're confused. The cop in the picture is most likely a Latino. He's not white. If he were a white Hispanic, he would be A Spaniard. Nope, that's a lie. From Spain. That's a lie. Ethnicity and race are mutual independence. For example, I'm Mexican and I'm white race. I'm not I'm not in I'm not issue I'm not in I'm not issue here. What the fuck did I man, this motherfucker is crazy. You can be considered a white Hispanic. He's proven Tariq point by saying he's Mexican and I'm white. It all depends. It all depends on what you want. All depends on what you classify yourself as. It all depends on what you classify yourself as. A lot of people classify themselves as white. Is There's a lot of herb people. There's a lot of people herb. It's black herbs. It's black herbs, and there's white herbs. It all depends. It's black herbs and then white herbs, man. I want to hear your opinion on it. And then this guy, and there's another guy, Omar Navarro. You're such a racist. They going at the Tariq nasheed, but Tariq is telling the truth on this one, man. There are such things as white Hispanics, and here go Tariq. Tariq, like, look, no, look at Tariq. It's clearly right. He classified himself as white, as do the majority of the people in your community. I'm a historian and racial sociologist, so please don't insult my intelligence with deliberately deception arguments that are in bad faith. One thing, one thing I understand about Tariq, man. It's hard to argue with that guy in some points because if he don't understand something, he don't get into that argument. He one of those type of guys. I know people like him. I know this white guy named Steve like him. If only arguments he get into are the things that he's well read up on or the things that he's well studied. If not, he don't even have that conversation. Tariq done read over 1,000 books in these areas, and he's very well versed in these areas. So when you start trying to play stupid, you can't play stupid with him. He understands what's going on in this area. And I've been around a lot. I've been around. I lived a lot. I've been around a lot. I've been around a lot and I've seen a lot. So a lot of stuff I agree with because I have experience and I had experienced Cuban people classify themselves as white. I have seen Mexican people who classify themselves as white. I have seen Mexicans who classify themselves as black. I have seen Puerto Ricans who say they are Taino Indians and they are other. They not white or black. And I've seen Puerto Ricans who say they are pretty black. And I've seen some of them say they are other. They just Hispanic. They just Puerto Rican. And I've seen some Puerto Ricans say they are white. So I've seen it all around the board. And I've seen some Mexicans who say their heritage is this and this and that. So it's all Tariq is 100% right. Well, I like for y'all to leave y'all comment. I like to hear what y'all got to say about it because I know y'all well versed in these areas, and y'all I want to see y'all opinion in this. Y'all leave y'all opinion. Peace.